Hey, it's Nick here with Nick Answers Reddit, and this week's question is a variation of one that we hear all the time, especially from first-time home buyers. And this is about something in the offer called the irrevocable or the irrevocable deadline. So here's the question we got this week. It says, might be a dumb question, but first-time home buyer here and no one to ask. So there are no dumb questions. First off, I mean every first-time home buyer is going through all this stuff for the first time, and we're here to guide you. So, I mean, feel free to ask me or your realtor any questions that you may have ever. And if they make you feel bad about that, go get a different realtor. Okay, so does a 48-hour irrevocable mean that if you put in an offer, then you can't take it back? I'd like to get a home inspection before purchasing, so I'm aware that you need to first have an offer accepted, make it conditional upon inspection. Okay, so far so good. But if the listing has 48-hour irrevocable, does that mean that number one, you can do an inspection, but it must be within 48 hours, including the final report or decision? Number two, inspections aren't allowed, so I don't think that's what it means. Or three, something else. So here's what we got. In short, the irrevocable period for an offer and home inspections are not related in any way. So the reason that most home inspections happen after a conditionally accepted offer is because the buyer is in control at that point. So if you have a conditionally accepted offer, no other buyers can come take the property away from you with a better offer to the seller. Third point here is that it's completely possible, and sometimes it makes sense to do an inspection prior to even placing an offer or having the offer accepted. This is most often done by a buyer if multiple offers are expected on the property. So in a really hot market, really attractive property, and you want to do that ahead of time so that you can make your offer unconditional or have fewer conditions to make it more attractive to a seller. And then finally, the irrevocable period is the time within which the receiving party, so the seller in this case, receiving the offer may accept it as written. If the receiving party counters the offer, the deadline doesn't matter, at least in Ontario. So in other words, the answer to your question there, reader, is number three. So you are legally permitted to do an inspection at any point in the process, so long as the seller allows access to the house for that process. So good luck on the search and the purchase. Hope that's helpful for you. That's a really brief explanation. If you ever want specifics for your unique situation, you reach out to me here. You can get me on email or phone, and I'm happy to talk you through it. In fact, we often get questions from all over Ontario. Take care, and we'll see you next week.